Here in the U.S., a growing list of states are laying out plans to reopen their economies, but there are still big questions over how to do that safely. Yahoo Finance's editor-in-chief, Andy Serwer, joining us now. Hey, Andy, good to see you. I was watching the news like we all do every day, and over the weekend I saw Governor Cuomo talk about trying to reopen maybe upstate New York in phases. He was saying maybe start with a low-risk type businesses. He actually pointed to construction and manufacturing maybe coming online. What are you hearing, Andy?
So many questions, Alexis, and 16 states are planning to at least partly reopen this week. They have submitted plans to Vice President Pence. And it's just very difficult for these governors to know how to proceed. You're just talking about part of New York State opening. Well, when you look at a state like Georgia, which has been on the front lines in terms of looking to open up, do you open up rural parts versus Atlanta first? How about testing? How's that going to go? And then what businesses do you open up? Do you open up service businesses before manufacturing or the other way around? And then what about risk populations? Would you keep older people back somehow at places of work or even as customers in stores? That's another question as well. And then finally, what about travel between states? Some states, of course, depend on tourism a lot. Let's think about Florida in particular. Are we going to allow people to come into that state to actually restart the economy that way? And then I think it's going to be very interesting to see the states that do choose to open up early, whether, of course, they see a new surge in cases. And we won't know that for another 2 weeks or so, Alexis.
Andy, by some of these economies opening now, does that fuel the narrative that we might see that V-shaped recovery in the back half of the year?
Well, the back half of the year, perhaps, Brian, a V-shape, a snapback would have suggested to me, Q2, Q3. And I don't think really anyone's talking about Q2 at the moment. But, it is possible. I mean, when we were talking about this going back into March even, we kept saying over and over, and we're saying it today, no one knows, no one knows, no one knows. I mean, you've seen people saying we're not going to get back to normal till the fall of 2021. Now, maybe that looks a little pessimistic, but I think that people have to understand that we're not going to get back to a new normal right away. There's going to be distancing. It's going to be done in stages. And that means the recovery economically that you're talking about is going to happen probably a little bit more slowly than people anticipated. I mean, think about just earnings alone, Brian. How is that going to look for the balance of the year?
Hey investors, Zach Guzman here. Are you interested in learning more about the markets and getting the latest financial news? Well, then click right here to subscribe to our Yahoo Finance YouTube channel. Get the latest up-to-the-minute market analysis, big interviews in the world of finance, and information on how to manage your money every day wherever you are.